EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marshall here with your outlook for the weekend, August 19th and 20th, 2023. Delightful weekend coming up, and I'll get to that here in a second. Pitch a Tent Rental Company sponsors the weekend video forecast. Pitch a Tent is located in Fogelsville, Pennsylvania, and serves the greater Lehigh Valley and surrounding regions. Need a tent erected? They can help you. Need tables and chairs? They have those too. If your wife or daughter says they must have the white padded kind, yep, they have them too. Throwing a party with 100 alleged friends? They can help. No matter what the party, whether it's a baby shower, bar mitzvah, sweet 16, wedding, wake, or I got Labor Day weekend coming up very soon, they can help you celebrate. Visit them at pitchatentrentals.com and save 10% when you mention EPAWA in the comments section when you submit for a reservation inquiry. They're a Pitch a Tent Rental Company in Fogelsville, Pennsylvania, proud sponsors of the weekend video forecast. So it's going to be a fantastic weekend. We have a mostly sunny both days. Saturday's going to be a little bit cooler. As you see above me, 76 to 82. Not too much different from what it was on Friday, except we're going to have a lot more sunshine for the entire day, not just part of it like we had yesterday. The afternoon was mostly sunny, but 76 to 82 is going to be very slightly cooler than it was yesterday for some of our southeastern areas. That ended up a little bit warmer yesterday. The interiors are going to be about the same in the mid to upper 70s. And then if you see tomorrow, 84 to 90 is the spread in temperatures. We have temperatures coming up here quite a bit on Sunday, but it's still going to be mostly sunny. Humidity comes up slightly, but nothing crazy. There's still a big trough here in the northeast United States here on Saturday. Is going to be in the process of lifting out, and there is big ridging that's out here in the center of the U.S., big high that's going to develop here and sit over Missouri, and it's going to push all this out of here, and that's going to start coming in here on Sunday, and then Monday is going to be the peak heating of this very short transient warm-up we have coming. I'll tell you what, we look back to the summer, and June was a slightly below average month. July was near average, but we had a lot of rain, a lot of humidity, of course, with that rain as well. And then so far this month, we're kind of running below average again. So this has been if you're wondering if this has been a cooler than average summer, you're not imagining things. It certainly has been overall. Again, that 1 month in the middle in July was near average, but a lot of rain in the middle of that too. So it wasn't really enjoyable if you're a summer lover. But we do have some. We still have September near to slightly above average, so we do have some opportunities for some warmth yet. It's not going away, but it certainly is here in the near term, and then for much of this week after Monday. Monday is going to be the peak heating day. We are mostly sunny here on Sunday as well, and then Monday also looking at a partly to mostly cloudy day because we have a cold front that's going to be off to our north. This is late Monday, and this cold front's dropping down to the south here. This is going to be a mostly dry front when it comes through, either overnight Monday night or early Tuesday. But there will be an increase in clouds later in Monday as this front starts pushing off to the south. But we are going to have temperatures that are going to be very warm, upper 80s to lower 90s across the region here on Monday. So you do have one very summery-like day after Sunday, and then this front moves through here. This is the European model showing absolutely nothing in terms of precipitation as this front moves through. It just sags off the south, and that's it. Tuesday's a mostly cloudy day. As it's shown right now, but if this moves through as fast as it does here, I don't know that it's going to be mostly cloudy, but we are going to get into a northwesterly flow aloft. You can see that flow really kind of coming in like this, as that ridge that was over us on Monday is now out here and starting in process of retrograding to the southwest. So what that does is get us into a cooler regime as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday of next week, and not much precipitation until we get to the end of the week. I think once we get into maybe Thursday, something breaks out ahead of this. Really, the European models are the one really suggesting that, but otherwise, a frontal boundary comes through here on Friday, or maybe even Saturday here is shown on the European model. Most other guidance is showing Friday, so we're kind of going with that right now in our local forecast. I think it's going to be the end of the week. We have some chance of rain, but most of this week is going to be dry. Through the duration of it, it looks like Tuesday through Friday are generally on either side of 80 degrees. It's not going to be particularly hot during that time frame. So we'll look at this end of the week scenario as we get into the new work week and the new videos that start on Monday and see what we're dealing with. But right now, just enjoy the weekend. It's going to be fantastic. And we'll cover everything for the end of next week as we get into next week's videos. Now, one thing I wanted to address real quick is This is the flow where we're going to be dealing with through the end of the month. And notice that you're going to have this, that high is going to retrograde to the southwest U.S. and is going to remain there through the remainder of the month. You're going to have this flow that's going to go up and over the top like this, right? So you got a trough here in the northeast United States. So a lot of you have been, messaging or, asking me on Twitter, like, what's going on with hurricane season? Are we, we haven't seen many hurricanes in the Atlantic Basin, and we really haven't. But we are getting into peak heating season, or peak hurricane season right now. This is like the middle of August through middle September is when it really starts to peak here. This is where this is where we are right here in the beginning of this peak period. So we are going to, enter that most prime time for the active Atlantic to occur. By the way, this is courtesy of the Weather Channel. This is one of their graphics that I just lifted because I couldn't find anything. I want to do something visual with what I'm telling you. So we do have until we get to the end of September, when it really starts coming down. Our season really is actually September, October, because we're dealing with a lot of remnant systems and this and that. We're not dealing with a lot of that this year. And the reason for that is because you have this blocked. I mean, as long as you have this pattern sitting here like this, it's not really going to do too much, because you have this trough over the northeast United States. As anything that's coming in from this direction would be kind of lifted out in this direction like this and away from the United States because of this trough that's sitting here. As long as that's sitting there, and this is look at the date here. You can't see that here. Look at the date. Is right here. It is August 30th at 8 p.m. So that's getting out to the end of the month, and it's still showing this same kind of pattern like this with this jet stream. And as long as that stays in place, you're not going to see anything through the end of the month. Okay. Now this is the European ensemble I'm showing you here. So this is a blend of 50 different members. So it's not just like one model showing this. It's 50 blended together and averaged together to give you this idea of what the pattern is going to be like here at the end of the month. And then we do have some activity out here in the Atlantic, as you can see by the 7-day graphical tropical weather outlook from the National Hurricane Center. There's several here, and we got several different pieces here, not pictured in this image. And there's actually one in the Caribbean too. This one I think has a little bit of legs that'll end up in the Western Caribbean out in this direction. But these here are probably going to end up curving up like this and going out in this manner, kind of like this, right? And the reason for that is we have a big Azores high sitting out here. So everything kind of rotates around that high and it's pulled up northward, well east of the United States. And as long as we have that trough over the eastern United States, it's going to help with this spit, with everything turning up in this direction like this. So it might be some time. It might be until September when we have some threats, at least for our area or the east coast of the United States. But I don't see anything. I don't foresee anything right now for the next 2 weeks or so to the end of August. We'll see what we go from here in the future. But I just wanted to address that in today's video because a lot of you have been asking me about that. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martish. That is your outlook for the weekend, August 19th and 20th, 2023. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.